So I'm here with Carl and Tomo following Gresley's 2-0 defeat to Loughborough Students in the FA Vase. So Carl, first defeat since the FA Cup defeat. How did you assess the performance today?
I thought for an hour, Alfie taking out the first 10 minutes where they obviously you have to adapt to them and the way they play at home on their pitch. Big pitch, they move the ball well. They train like a full-time team. They're well drilled, and the first 10 minutes are always about trying to get a foothold in the game and suss them out. And I thought after that, for an hour of the game, I thought we played really well today. I do. Second half. At half time to start with, I just couldn't see them scoring really. I think possession wise they had more possession than us, but I thought it wasn't quality possession and they weren't really hurting us with it. And I thought we had quality territory, which is a different thing to possession. We were doing our business around their box and getting in good areas, and despite the fact that they did see more of the ball in the first half. So at half time I'm quite hopeful and pleased with the half really. Could see us going on and winning the game or certainly taking it to penalties. So to concede the goal the way we did, which was a really poor goal, we've switched off at the far post and the crosses got snuck in, and we go one down. That's disappointing, but then we reacted really well and we camped in their box, and you just feel that something's going to drop. It was there was plenty of time left on the clock. We were really asserting ourselves. They'd kind of resigned themselves to defending in a really deep line, turning the ball back over to us. It was wave after wave, plenty of throw-ins, corners, and you just feel something's going to drop. And then the histrionics start, and there's no rhythm in the game. All the referee's got to do is book the goalkeeper, and start stamping it out. We get 5 minutes added time at the end. I could probably reel off 10 minutes or more of stoppages in that game. It was pathetic. I thought it was, and I will speak my mind, I thought it was borderline embarrassing. I don't mind a bit of gamesmanship and a bit of game management. That was just embarrassing in the extreme. I thought their players were pathetic. They're kids and they behaved like kids, and I don't think much of the management's approach to seeing a game out in that fashion. That wasn't gamesmanship or game management. That was pathetic, and that's about my assessment of that.
So you said you were proud of the performance or happy with the performance for a long part. Coming into the dressing room after the loss, is there still a good feeling that on Saturday you can get a win, and then the league campaign, you've got plenty of the season to battle for that top spot?
Yeah, definitely. We just picked the bones out of the performance. I've digressed a little bit there because I've got a little bit I want to get off my chest with them. Really, they irritated me, to be honest. And but I think after the second goal, we stopped playing to plan. We weren't moving the ball as well. We went a little bit direct, and then we lost our foothold then. And the last kind of 15 minutes or so got away from us. And then what did we get? 4 minutes of added time for joke. So we picked the bones out of the game in here, but then look, we've just finished the team talk. We've just said, look, you're disappointed. It's the Vase. It's a big competition, and you want to do well. We came here today with high hopes of winning. We're a very different side to them, but we're the better side, and the league will tell you we're the better side now, and it will tell you we're the better side at the end of the season as well. But I just said to the boys, be disappointed, that's fine, but just let me remind you, the season ends today, we're promoted. You win every game between now and the end of the season, you win the league. We're in a good position, and we've got plenty to look forward to in the months ahead. We'll get ourselves dusted down and get a few players back to fitness. We've kind of been without 2, 3, 4 key players every game for the last 2-3 weeks, which is impactful. You don't want to make excuses, but it is impactful. But we've got plenty to look forward to, and the lads will be fine.
And Tomo, there was quite a lot of change in midfield, obviously, because Doobs and Albie, they've both been injured. So did you think Lee and Ash did really well after not playing much football recently to come in such a hard game physically to run around in that midfield?
Yeah, I did, and I actually said that at half time to both of them. I thought when you've been out, Lee's hardly played a game really all season. I think Boomer at the start of the season, and obviously we haven't seen him for 4 or 5 weeks with his injury and things like that, getting suspended. So I think it was a really tough game for them to both come into in terms of against the footballing side, and I think that they've actually done really well, and I did say that at half time. You can see them running out of steam a little bit. I think we probably held on to it, the two of them really, probably held on to the ball a little bit at times. in the first half, but again that's just because they haven't got the rhythm, they haven't played. But I can't fault them both coming on a tough game like that, and I think they've given a reasonable account of themselves, and they've got to build from that now. You know what I mean? They haven't played for many weeks, and you've got to build from that. We've got, you know, Albie missing, we've got Doobs missing, as you've mentioned, and they are key players. But we've got a good squad, a good group. But you've got to keep everybody playing somewhere, and it's difficult when two lads like Albie and like Doobs have been just so good. And how can somebody come in and move that? And then obviously now they've got the chances now over the next 2 or 3 weeks. Billy Howard's come on as well, and I think we've seen Billy Howard, the quality that Billy's going to bring to us as well in that 20-minute spell. But like I said, I'm going to go back, and I agree with Carl about their histrionics this side today. But you know, you can take nothing away from them. They're young lads, and that game had got 0-0 written all over it. Let's be perfectly honest. It was a decent game of football. It had got 0-0 written all over it, and then we've contrived in the space of 2 or 3 minutes to give the ball away from our throw-in, and then not to be able to clear the lines just on the halfway line. It's gone back out onto the right hand side, and they put a decent ball in. And as I said, they've scored. But other than that, I just didn't think either side was going to score. Disappoints me that the firepower that we've got. We didn't look like scoring either with that kind of firepower. But the balls into the front two today weren't great. There was times when there was decent ball in. We're not battling. We're not working hard enough to try and regain possession of that football, and it was coming off us all over the place. So I just felt at times we looked good. We looked structured. But without real threat, and I thought they were okay, but without a threat. So I thought it was going to be 0-0 and penalties, and then we contrived. And then on the second one, we're opening up a little bit to try and get back in the game, and they go away and score a second goal. But you know what, like Carl says, no damage done. It's a defeat. You don't like defeats, especially in the Vase. But in terms of league points, there's no damage done. So we've now got to regroup on Tuesday night, get a good session under our belts, and then go again next Saturday, and then hopefully we can get Albie and Doobs back as soon as possible, just to make the squad that little bit stronger.
How long are they going to be out for, do you think?
We're not quite. Doobs reckons, I think Michael's probably reckons about 4 weeks. Albie's still got to be assessed properly just yet. So again, we're not quite sure on those two. So it's just a matter of wait and see.
Cool. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.